Hello and welcome to this third video in our job analysis series. My name is Ginny Marshall and I am the CEO of DSI Work Solutions. What we want to focus on now, since we understand the primary purpose of job analysis and how it can be helpful in resolving return to work questions and helpful in creating more job-specific education interventions, let's get into the how a job analysis is conducted with a little bit more detail. In this video, we're going to focus on the first and very key and important element of preparing for job analysis, which is the development of the job function list, or what you might consider to be the essential function list. These functions need to define the reason a job exists. And they need to define it in such a way as it's easily understood by any who would read them in a job analysis document. This list must also be efficient, usually a list of 5, and certainly not to exceed 10 job functions that an employee has the potential to be assigned to is the goal. Emphasis on this list is important because it is a tool of communication that has been critically missing, and with its presence impacts outcomes related to work injury and related to work injury prevention dramatically. So how do you procure this list? How do we go about getting this list of job function demands? Well, a good place to start is always with a job description, the one that Human Resources develops for us. But since this job analysis focuses more on the physical nature of work, it may look different than the list of essential functions coming from the human resource description. We make every effort to parallel that, and we want to coordinate with the HR job description. So if there are discrepancies or potential errors, these should be discussed ahead of this project. So to further develop this function-based list, a walkthrough is critical. Ideally before, but at least on the day of the analysis, the analyst needs to become familiar or refamiliarize with what the job is requiring the individual workers to do. Remember, as you saw in the grocery stocker example in the prior video, what we're trying to do is define the typical areas that workers are assigned to that they can function in, or if there is a need for temporarily restricted duty. It's also important to be very visible to the employees and the supervisors as the project is getting ready to kick off. This is an important beginning in the development of trust in the information that is going to come from this process. After the walkthrough, the next step is a meeting. This is where you're going to want to gather the key stakeholders, the ones who will use or be impacted by the documentation that comes from the job analysis. Employees, supervisors, union representatives, safety staff, human resource representatives are among the top individuals that need to participate in this meeting, and there may be others. This type of meeting is best conducted live, but as we know in today's world, oftentimes remote meetings are necessary for some or all of the participants. It is this group with substantial weight given to the input of the employees, who are the ones who are closest to the work, need to work on the development of this list and come to an agreement on the job functions to be analyzed. Preference should be given to uniqueness to the job, as well as the ability to assign workers to them. And finally, the last step is the plan. It is at this point that the analyst can consider what equipment will be necessary, what employees should be involved in the analysis process, the best time during shifts to conduct the analysis as efficiently as possible. So now you should have a good understanding of what the job function list is, or essential function list, and how it needs to be developed. How important this list is to impacting the communication that is so vastly missing from the system today, that gives empowerment to the employees and employers alike and improves results in return to work, limiting restricted duty and improving productivity, as well as many other factors. Thank you for joining us, And we invite you to visit our website, dsiworksolutions.net, where you can look at the coursework that we offer in the job analysis and documentation development process. And we invite you to try the first lesson at no obligation. We look forward to you joining us again in the next video in this job analysis series. Thank you and stay safe.